I don't know, before we get to that, how have you been? I haven't seen you in 2 weeks. We've taken a week off because Shana was sick. How are you feeling?
Getting better. It's more challenging for me to get over things than probably people, because I'm immune compromised. Mm-hmm. So it takes a little bit longer for me to get reboosted. But yeah, fine. I don't have breast cancer.
Lovely. Yay.
Yeah, that's awesome. I got my results back. So that's a big win.
We don't need to get you another bill.
What's wrong? It's been in the bag. It's a good
There we
bill.
go. It's this way. If you turn it this way, it's a little flaccid and bendy.
Yeah, the angels can't hear it.
It is erect.
Oh.
Welcome back.
Welcome back. Looking for erectile dysfunction sponsors. So if you would like to plug
No, we're
your
not.
eugenics here.
Let me tell you, we went on a family vacation. We were gone for a week, and we came back home to a BlueChew box just sitting on the porch.
Oh, love
and
it.
Matt
Was it a big box?
It was a
or
big
like
old box that said BlueChew in big ass bold letters. The box was black. The letters were blue. You couldn't miss it. And I said, Matt, what's this? Because I'd never heard of it. He goes, was that sitting on the porch? I said, yeah, what is this? And so I Googled it because he started laughing. And I was like, oh, babe, is there something you want to tell me? Is everything okay? I said, because it seems fine. You won't leave me the fuck alone. And he's like, no, there are new sponsors. And I was like, he's like, that's been sitting on the porch the whole time for the neighbors.
How many people have been walking by?
I don't know.
Have seen it? Oh, please tell me you had like some Amazon packages, something from UPS that was on your doorstep.
I don't know.
That would have been perfect. They'd be like, ooh.
No.
You should be glad it's still there. You know what I'm saying? That shit can be like hot in the streets where you like selling it like, yo, I got that blue chip.
But it wasn't anything in there.
BlueChew.
I got that BlueChew.
Is it gum?
I don't know. It wasn't pills or anything in there. There was just T-shirts. What is it?
It's a pill.
Oh, it's a pill? It's a little blue pill. Mm-hmm. You take the blue or the red, but you choose the blue?
Don't stop. Matrix!
Do you know it was a black woman who made that?
No, I thought it was brothers. They were a set of brothers that directed, and then they turned into girls, and now they're sisters. They trans together or something like that.
Wachowski sisters.
Yeah, no.
Oh, okay.
Say it again. No. Yes.
Yeah, it was a black woman who wrote it.
Oh, who wrote it?
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
I
tried to
don't
sell
keep
it,
up
and
with
they
pop
said
culture.
no.
She tried to sell it, to
the studios, and they said no, and then they ended up, I think, trying to like make a rendition of it, right? And then she came back for
I would have sued.
lawsuits.
Isn't that? Yeah.
She did sue. It was the Terminator and
Terminator.
Matrix.
She was Terminator.
She made that one too?
Yes, she did.
I'll be back.
Yeah, I hate that movie. I don't get it.
I've never seen it.
You don't need to.
I
mean, if that's your thing, I'm not really. I can't say I'm not into sci-fi, right? It depends on the type of
Is
sci-fi.
Harry Potter sci-fi? Because I'm into that.
That's what I said. I don't know. That's more fantasy sci-fi.
Okay.
So that's why I'm like, it depends on what we consider the genre of sci-fi, because there's some things I enjoy, right? But I just like, that's one of the ones I could never get into was the Terminator and Star Wars. But I do love the Mandalorian.
What's that?
It's a spin-off that they have on a TV series, but I think he's getting his own movie now. He has like a helmet. This is the way.
Okay, sure. Back to writers who had to sell their stuff.
Writers had to sell their stuff.
Tried to sell their stuff, and they said no. What? Rocky? What's his name? Sylvester Stallone. I think my brain is so much moving in there. Let me slow it down. Let me focus on this. So I think he wrote the Rocky stories, the Rocky movies, and then tried to sell it. And they told him no. He was poor. It was just him and his dog. He had to sell his dog to eat or something. I don't remember.
He didn't eat the dog.
Okay. Yeah. And then my brain is going.
I'm sorry.
I think there's too much caffeine in there. But so I think someone finally did it, or he did it himself, or something happened. And then he made it, and then he went back to buy his dog back. And I think it's like he had to pay triple or double for it.
That's
I don't know.
Hilarious.
It was like this whole story. But you would think, living in Philadelphia, you would think this was like a true story and not fiction, because the way they celebrate this whole
Rocky
thing.
Rocky is real.
Rocky is not real.
He is.
He is not real.
Rocky Balboa is real. Everyone knows that.
Anyway, so you can move to Philadelphia with the raggedy ass delusional people as well.
It's real.
Except for my friends. My friend's not raggedy.
It's Rocky Marciano is who it's based off of.
Okay, it's based off of Rocky Balboa.
But
is not real.
Rocky is real.
He bought the dog for $25,000.
What?
Bought it back for 25 grand.
That was his dog. That was his bottom bitch. That dog was with him from the beginning. I'm with it from one bottom bitch to the next. I'm with it. You buy me back. Don't sell my ass.
25 though?
25. They knew. They said, oh, you want this dog back?
It's a nice come up for them.
It's a whole nice come up for them. You know what? I feel like I think he's looks better with age.
It depends. When he does it, so I've seen him pepper, right? There's a few of them where he's gone pepper.
Ronald Isley. Mm-hmm.
We'll come back.
Yeah.
There's a few of them that have gone when he's gone pepper, but I think in that whole, what is it? The Tuscaloosa King, Tulsa King.
Tulsa King.
I'm thinking of the Pank when I said that.
The who?
The Pank.
What's that? What year was it?
No, the Pink is coming back out. It's a TV series about strippers.
No, I'm younger than you. So.
It's on, is it Showtime or one of those? And it's called...
I don't know. Anyway, let's look at him. Okay.
P-Valley. That's the name of the show.
Oh, look at the one where he has the black hair.
There. That's what I don't like when he dyes it.
Go to the black one with the white vest. That one.
He looks weird when his hair is
I like him better with age.
That's what I'm saying. When he does like the Tulsa King, right? That's when he's all grayed out, like how he normally is, like the silver fox, Italian silver fox. Mm-hmm. I like it.
Look up Ronald Isley with the beard. Have you seen Ronald Isley recently?
I have not.
Yes. I had to.
What era is this for him?
You recognize his voice right away because Ronald Isley, the Isley brothers, you know their voice. But then it was a man with that one.
Oh,
I said, who is that?
Oh, hello.
And I said, that's Ronald Isley's voice, but that's not his face, baby. Mm-hmm.
This is next era. You know? Yeah, I agree.
It's okay.
What the hell is going on?
Between the sheets in my home. Baby, wait, let me explain before you start to point your cane.
Girl, I'm about to have a fit.
Oh, it's about to be some shit.
How did I get into this?
Should've never came home with this bitch. All right.
Yes,
we need the bell ring on both of us.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. Who else looks better with age? Or who looks worse?
Oh, wait, I got one.
Worse or better?
Better. Mm-hmm. And I would say better as in getting better because I feel like he's shaping it up a little bit because he got a little sloppy there for me as he aged.
Who?
Antonio Banderas. No, I just saw him recently in something.
I saw him in Paddington, and I was like, "What's going on?"
Was that the recent Paddington, Peru?
Yeah,
I thought he looked decent in Peru. Yes, I even liked his voice. Oh. It got me. See, yes,
I haven't seen that.
He's cleaned up a bit. Like I felt like he's starting to work out a little bit versus like the sloppy.
Oh,
yes, yes. It's bringing it back for me.
Bringing it back. Matt was running on the track today, and he hasn't shaved, so he's got his grays are all over. And I was like, "Oh, that's my fat old man. That's right. Come here, daddy."
You were so sweet.
Oh my gosh, I always call him Fat Boy. I'm like, when he makes his foods, I was like, "That's too much, Fat Boy. Your portion size." It's like it's a term of endearment. I'm always joking with him. While we were in Mexico, I took a nap and he took the girls to get some dinner, and he ordered something and he was like, "No, I don't want that." He's like, "I'll have both." And Maya was telling me this, and then he texted me and said, "Maya just said, yeah, that's right, Daddy, you'll have both because you're a fat boy."
Oh no.
He said he just hollered. He just started laughing. I was like, now I can't say that anymore
because they're picking up on it.
Mm-hmm. I do it as a joke between him and
because it's between the two of you as a couple.
But Maya said it, and I was like, yeah.
Yeah, I think about some of the things I say to Victor in front of London sometimes.
I would love to be a fly on that wall.
I try to reel it in.
Is anything a term of endearment for you when you're talking to Victor?
I do, especially if she's... It is. It's so much love in my speech with him and our communication style. Why are you still here? I thought you were supposed to be leaving soon.
My love.
Okay. Bye.
My love. I miss you.
No, I'm downstairs. I can't do that.
All right.
No?
So
That's love.
what's today? Tuesday? Did you do anything this weekend?
No.
Nothing? How's baby?
Baby is good. I did watch, she was karting, driving because she's learning to drive. She wants to be a race car driver. So she's learning to drive. So trying to get her into the sport and hopefully into like competitions and stuff soon.
Who are you talking about?
My child.
She's too young to drive.
No, they start at 5.
You're kidding.
No, some kids do it at 3. There's a video. Have you seen it? There's a video of a kid, look it up, a 3-year-old driving his parents' either Ferrari or Lamborghini.
How can he reach the pedals?
Girl, first of all, he is in a car seat because I wanted to see how it was done. And I'm sure they probably do like the pedals, like the extender on the pedals.
My baby's not coming to your house no more.
Why? Because you don't want them driving?
That's unsafe.
I said, this is what that child did.
I said no.
Oh, is that it?
What in the world?
Yo, this kid can drive.
That? No, that car is driving itself. It must be some really nice power steering. No, thank you. No, thank you.
But yeah, that's it. So tell me about your weekend.
My weekend was good. We did our family vacation this week.
Mexico.
We went to Mexico. We went to Riviera Maya or Playa del Carmen. Or is it one and it's the same thing? I'm not, or one's inside one. We were in Riviera Maya.
Okay.
Okay, let's go Riviera Maya.
And then it's Playa del Carmen, right?
Don't know.
Playa del Carmen is the city.
Okay.
And then Riviera Maya is the...
I don't know what that is.
Okay.
That's what they call it. I know what she's talking about because we went there too. It's really nice.
Yeah, it was nice. I love how when we got to our resort, it's like it was these beautiful white, just huge walls. And we went to build the wall. And then we went I couldn't resist. I'm sorry. But no, it was beautiful. It was these, like, the gates to it. It's like these beautiful big walls. And all the resorts that were there, they all had these beautiful big walls with the emblem, the names. It was beautiful. And you drove through, you had to drive through just like a jungle before you got to the resort after that. It's like the entrance was maybe 1.5 miles away from the back half. We stayed at Grand Vallis, and it was just beautiful. It was really beautiful. We had a really good time. I've said beautiful about 10 times now. And the girls had a great time.
Did you guys get in the water?
Yeah, it's a lot of seaweed going on. So I was
They're
talking
really good about cleaning it up.
Yes, but it's so much. I was talking to our catamaran captain, big ups, Capitan David. And he was saying it's due to global warming. So it's like, with trees, the leaves, they fall off. In the ocean, the seaweed, as they produce more, it floats up. So it's all at the bottom of the ocean. Then they have like these little beads on them that makes it perfect for floating, and then they come up. So it's good for the vegetation and the minerals and organics and all that stuff, but it's just bad for like the ocean and tourism stuff. And he was talking about the tariffs and everything, how Mexico, like they were like, yeah, tariffs, the Americans, put the taxes on them, do the tariffs. And he says, but us who work in the tourist community, we're like, no, this is our livelihood. Don't do this to us. But it was like just some of the things he was explaining about what's going on. And it was just a nice trip. So that part was nice. And then the girls loved snorkeling, and
nice.
It was humid, but it was just nice to get a change of scenery.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. What was your favorite drink? Or did you go to like your go-to?
No, my go-to is tequila and mezcal. Mezcal. I say mezcal, but it's mezcal.
So not one particular drink. And
the reason why you put anything in front of me, I'll drink it.
Okay.
I have a problem.
Did Matt drink the water? He said he's going to drink the tap water there.
He drank it?
When he said that, see, this is why I don't watch his podcast. Did he say that?
He said you drank the water?
He said that he was going to drink the water, and I was like, don't do that.
Why would he do that? Yeah. Oh, he would be on the runs.
Yeah.
For like a week.
Matthew says stuff. He's an interesting person. We're not going to talk about him. He did not drink the tap water, Josh, because I would kill him. But no, they gave us drinks of water, and then I saw there was ice, and I was like, no ice. Yeah. And the guy came up, he was like, we take the bottled water and make the ice. It's okay. Everything's filtered here. I was like, I don't trust you.
Girl, all I drink is bottles.
Yeah, so we started getting the bottles, and then I brushed my teeth with the bottled water and all that. There was it's fine here. As long as you're on the resort, you're fine. If you go off, that's something different. You not finna get me
Yeah. My only thing is, I've been wanting to take her to Mexico, but I think I've been waiting for her to get a little bit older.
Absolutely not. Sorry.
Yeah, you're fine. For her to get just a little bit older, I think, because I didn't want to take her too young, because you just never know. You know, when kids are like playing in the water, or even like with the fountains or whatever it is, or drinking something. And I just didn't want something to happen when she was like really young. I think we were supposed to go to like someone's wedding or something. And I
that's
set
what we
out.
went for.
Okay. Yeah. I set out. I let Victor go on his own. Just because it would just be a little bit much.
But that's what I was afraid of, because I heard horror stories and people was like, oh, we had the runs for days, and it just was uncomfortable. The stomach was just like pain I never felt. I'm like, oh, we're not going to wash their hair is there. I'm going to braid everyone's hair. We're all going to braid, so just in case the water runs in our face. But it's literally, while you're on the resort, you are okay, because that would mess up their tourism.
Yeah, no. I mean, no. And it's just like small things. I mean, there's a lot of... there's a lot of destinations that you go to that are outside of, North America, that's what you have to, protocol, okay. Right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Just with local water. I mean, it's okay for some locals, just like here, even in the city we live in. I don't drink the water here.
I'm not drinking their water.
But I know my friend does. I know a lot of people who are like born and raised here. They do, because they just like grew up in it. So it's like, in your body with things like that. But I don't drink tap water. Period.
I don't drink tap water in Chicago. I don't drink tap water. I don't drink nobody doing it in Philadelphia with that Schuylkill water. I'm not drinking tap water.
Listen,
I just didn't grow up drinking tap water out the same.
I even when I put my kettle on for tea, I even put
from the filtered water.
No, bottled.
Oh, bottled.
Just bottled. When Victor's not looking, so he'll probably look at this and be like,
"Does he watch our podcast?"
Sometimes.
Does he listen to it?
Sometimes. He did in the beginning, and oh my God! First of all, he felt like he was a great asset to me for feedback, and I appreciated him as a partner.
Big up to Victor for coming up with Genuine B.S.
Did he?
He came up with the name.
Did he?
Yeah.
Okay.
Didn't he?
I don't think so.
Oh, well, erase that part.
Yeah. I think he said he came up with "This is BS."
Oh, this is
and
BS.
Then I looked it up and I saw that there was
trying to be rude and I didn't pick up on it.
Well, no, he was saying "This is BS," Brittany and Shana. Mm-hmm. And then I was like, where you start saying things, I was like this, and I was like, I have to look it up, and I was like, oh, I see, there's too many that are similar. And then I was just like, I tried throwing out a bunch of different words. And I was like, what if it's this or this? And I was just like, genuine. I was like, Genuine BS with Brittany and Shana. So technically, yes, he kicked off the idea. He gave us the base foundation of the idea.
But was that unsolicited as well in the beginning?
Yes.
Okay.
But it was welcomed. I thought that was really nice.
It's not.
What?
The advice. He's like, oh, I don't.
No, it's not bad. I just was a little taken aback when he was just like, yeah, so I heard it. First of all, girl, he thinks he has sometimes, and I don't even say girl. He thinks he has sometimes. He was like, I think, if you really want something, I think you need to have a segment to where the husbands can maybe respond to some of these things that you guys have, so I can clear up some things. I said that. I was like, no, Victor, I'm not listening. Goodbye. No, it's not called Genuine BS, and let's bring you on so you can comment on some things that were commented about you. That's just what it is.
We can have the husbands on one day. One day.
I don't know if he'll know what to do with his hands. He's like me. I don't know if he'll know what to do with his hands.
All right, let's talk about some shit.
Okay, what you got?
I have a question. Speaking of some shit and the runs, do you go poop in front of your husband?
Do I?
What a segment.
Yeah, technically it's not a far off segue, at least this one. So you know how I am about like restrooms. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you will not go in public unless you're about to die.
Yes,
I've seen it. Mm-hmm.
I only use one restroom in our household, and
in your own house.
Yep, just one, and no one else should be using that one.
But Victor.
So I use one restroom in the house.
I got to add this to the loony box.
Well, he does use it from time to time, right? Like if it's in the middle of the night, he's used the restroom because it's the closest. Yeah, that's fine because it's in our room. But for the most part, no, he uses a different restroom. And yeah, so no. Has he seen me use the restroom? I usually close the door in the water closet, right? I've done worse in front of him. When I had a miscarriage, I wanted him to carry some of that burden. So I left the door open, and when I would go to the restroom, you know, while it's coming out, I was like, you need to watch it. Because you need to take on some of the burden that I have, burden in a sense of like emotional and what it's doing to my body, like the toll that it's taking. You need to be able to experience that too. Don't they have stuff out there where it's like where the men take on like pregnancy symptoms?
Let me ask you a question.
You get a little bloated and stuff.
Let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Who hurt you?
Everybody.
Who hurt you? Who
Everybody.
made you this way?
Everybody.
All right, I
think that answers the question.
Let's talk about immigration.
What? Okay, first of all, that would ever.
What's going on?
Do you potty in front of your husband?
All the time.
Okay.
All the time. I do now. When we first started dating, he came into the bathroom when I went to pee once, and I was like, "You have to get out." And he was like, "Why?" I was like, "I have shy kidneys. Like I used to not be able to go in the bathroom in front of anyone."
Oh, you're so cute. You said shy kidneys.
I have shy kidneys.
You were funny.
Yeah, I have shy kidneys, and I'll tell you, the first time he came to my house, he took a poop at my house.
The first time?
The first time I invited him over,
Ooh.
Yeah. He was like, I'm too old for this. He's like, I got to use the bathroom. I'm not finna sit here uncomfortable.
Okay. You know what? I can respect that. I can respect him doing that versus like just doing it and you just hear the fan on and you're just like, did he just...
No, I didn't think anything of it because he was gone for so long. I was like, oh, and when he came back, I was like, you feel better? He's like, yeah, thanks. I'm like, all right. But no, I go in front of
Did he turn the vent on?
Probably. It was an apartment where I don't remember. But if I go in front of him, if I'm using the bathroom and you hear like the dunking sound, if you're going, he'll go, whoa, hey, ha.
Because he doesn't want to hear it?
No, he'll go, all right. Like he'll do anything to make you uncomfortable.
So that you stop.
No,
just to fuck with you.
No, just to fuck with me.
Okay.
Like he does that.
Okay.
And he told me today when he's in the public restroom, if he hears like other guys in the bathroom going, he'll go, hey now. Oh
my God.
Yeah.
Oh no. Oh, that's hilarious.
He's just an asshole.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, it's just, I'm like, get out.
That's hilarious. What about your babies?
Oh, they'll just join me in the bathroom, or they'll go, like, when they're going potty, they say, can you get out? I need privacy.
Yeah.
I was like, you're okay, mommy just wants to make sure you're okay. No, mommy, it stinks. Get out. It stinks real bad. I don't want you in here. It stinks. I was like, oh, you're so sweet.
Reminds me.
And they smell like adults. I'm like, what have you been eating?
It reminds me of my daughter. When she passes gas, she was like, "Oh, mommy, go over there. It smells."
And she waves.
Yeah, she waves it. She was like, "Wait." She's like, "Oh, it stinks. Do you smell it?" I'm like, "Smell what?" She's like, "You smell it?" I'm like, "No." She's like, "Oh, it smells," and walks off. And I'm like, "Oh, it does." I was like, "Oh,
oh my goodness,
spinach for dinner."
I cannot with you. Have you? Okay.
Go.
I need to work on my transitions because I'm done talking about poops.
Okay.
Did you ever watch Ginny and Georgia or Georgia and Ginny? Ginny and Georgia.
No.
You didn't watch it?
No.
They just came out with season 3. Now you have to watch it.
I am watching. I just turned on this Sherlock and Daughter. It's on HBO
Enola
Max.
Holmes?
No, Sherlock and Daughter. You know, there's 20 different versions of this stuff now. It's called Sherlock and Daughter on HBO Max. And I like to find, or I happen to stumble upon it, and I like shows where I can fall asleep. Like where I need to cleanse my palate before I go to bed. And it's just like something that I know that I don't have to stay up to like be alert or to be attentive to.
You need the TV to fall asleep?
No, but I'm saying like, what if I watch something that was a little intense, I always like to cleanse my palate before I go to sleep, just so it's not on my mind before I go to bed.
You're an interesting person.
Am I? So
I
mean,
just
if
love
it's like
learning more and more about you.
I mean, if you're watching like some real, I don't know.
I'm not putting anything on that I'm not watching. Like I'm just,
it's just a cleanse of the palate.
I think I don't like background noise. That's what it is for me. And
I don't listen. I don't watch it in the bedroom. It'll be downstairs, and I watch it to cleanse my palate.
I don't get that. I hear cleanse the palate, and I think of eating a piece of ginger before you taste the next sushi. What do you mean cleanse your palate? Like refresh your brain? Like I don't
like. I'm talking about coffee beans before you smell the next thing. Cleanse your palate.
All right.
Okay.
You're not going to keep saying it. You keep saying it as if it's going to make sense
I know.
to me.
It's just like if I'm watching something and it was someone who got kidnapped and maybe what is it?
A mosquito bite? I mean, a mosquito. I used to call them mosquito bites. All right. Don't make me get out this chair.
Like maybe if it's like Zombie World or something like that, and it was like really gruesome, and I don't want to go to bed with that on there.
Sorry,
right?
I just want to make sure it's not.
Like, what if I'm watching out like an attack of a mosquitoes type of situation? I don't want to go to bed with that because I'm going to end up like.
Oh, you're cleansing your palate.
Yes, cleansing my palate.
No one talks like that.
Cleansing my palate.
You're cleansing your palate.
Yeah.
I just want to go out on a limb and say this episode sucks.
Maybe it's people. What makes
Maybe
you think that?
What did you just say?
What? Why would you say?
What did you just say?
I said maybe it's the people.
Well, yeah, it's us. We're the one in the episode.
Josh, what you got?
I said, let's talk about immigration.
My kids, whenever I'm in the bathroom, my wife likes to gather the kids, and if they hear something, they all clap really loud and say, "Yeah!"
Like how you do for like toddlers and stuff when they're potty training.
Yeah, I don't like that.
Daddy went pee pee and poo poo.
Get out of here! And I yell at them, and then I come out, and my baby's all happy, and he's gonna think that's normal.
Has she been doing that for years now?
About a year and a half now.
Oh, that's hilarious.
I love that.
That's so fun.
We need to have her on the show.
I know.
She should be our first guest.
So let's talk about it.
Talk about having guests?
Yeah.
Let's talk about it. I've thought about it, but I don't think we're there yet.
Okay.
We still can't hold a conversation ourselves. We jump back and forth. We go through
you went
motions.
from poop to immigration.
Because
What you got on immigration? Go. What's your immigration
I don't
story?
know. I saw something online about riots going to LA, and I just feel like nowadays when people don't get their way, they just they're rioting. It's not peaceful protest. If you're throwing bricks and doing things to people who have signed up to serve, put their life on the line to make you safe or anything like that, that's not peaceful protesting. That is rioting. I feel like this is the generation, these people that are out here doing this now is the generation that when they have temper tantrums when they don't get their way. And so that's just what it looks like from the initial shot. I didn't do any research on it yet. I didn't do any background checks. Like, I just saw that shot, the video or the reel, whatever it is, and I was like, why are people doing this? Like, this is not peaceful. This is not how you get your way. This is how you get people to look at you and say there's something wrong with you. And then it's like, this is happening in Philly next, and then it's coming here next, blah, blah, blah. It's like, what is the issue? Like, I'm gonna start ranting, so get the bell ready. I understand that with immigration, people aren't happy about what's going on, like the deportations, all that. They're not happy. I totally get it. There's a way to do it because our current president has not deported anywhere near as much as other presidents have in the past. But the way it's being done and the way the media is hyping it up, it may be like clickbait. It may be something to like instill. It's like a tactic. But for me, it's like the rule is you are not supposed to be here if you did not come a certain way. So you have to be sent back. The way it is, it sucks. But let's say, I think I said this before, let's say I overstayed my time in Europe and they found out, I was like, oh, you got to go back. It sucks, but it's the rule. And we have these rules to keep order and peace. Again, it sucks. It doesn't mean like, oh, they're not doing anything wrong. Totally understand, but it is the rule. So it's like, I don't know what happened to make people start acting a fool. Like what, it's just, I don't know. I'm done. Ring the bell. Go.
I mean, I'm not going to stay on it too much because I'm not close to it, right? I haven't kept a close eye on it either. I did just recently, I've just been off the map, right, for the past week or so. So from what I can understand from, the very little that I've seen, I think when it comes to like protesting and things like that, right, it always starts as a protest, right? It can start as a peaceful protest. Tons of people, especially like in LA, everyone knows you have to get like a permit for like everything, even here, right? So I think in those situations, a lot of things do start as peaceful acts. of protests, and a lot of those things can be escalated. And that can be escalated by aggression, either from an opposing side or from someone who is amongst the protesters. You just never know. There's just so many different variables that come into it, and especially when it goes from a small, concentrated group to where it becomes something a whole lot larger. When it becomes more than 50 people and it's 100 or 1,000 people, you can't control control those emotions.
And then
you can't
emotions, exactly.
Yeah, you can't control those emotions on either spectrum, right? From the people who are protesting, from the people who are stand buyers, right? Because they can easily, I think I saw them going like on the freeway. Am I right? The people were on the freeway walking in the protest. I don't know. I think I saw that image. If that's the case, I mean, there could be someone just like watching these people and just like, as an agitator, to just like throw something at them.
They could be that too, yeah.
You know, so you just never know. So there's a lot of different variables. So it's not necessarily like the agitation coming from the law enforcement side of things or necessarily from the protest. It's a lot of different.
It's a lot of different moving parts.
It's a lot of different moving parts, especially when it's a lot of unknowns. And it's just a lot of people with different emotions, and you know, it's what you have invested or how it or what it means to you, right? For those people, it's the passion, it's the emotions. It's a lot of different emotions that are out there, and things can escalate from it being peaceful to something else. And I think that was probably a lot that's happening. Again, I don't know, because
we're not there.
I'm not there. Well, I'm just saying I'm not there, but I'm also not read up on the entire situation. I just know from a few clips or clippings that I've seen and some things. But yeah, I think people are people at the end of the day, and I think it's just a matter of doing things in a certain manner, right? And no matter how we want things to be done, someone's always going to have an issue with it. And I'm not saying that the people who are protesting it, they have an issue if something is being done right. I'm just saying, in general, you can't please people.
You cannot.
So you can't please people on either side.
You can't please everybody.
But I would say, starting from the first term of our current president, I didn't like a lot of things how things were approached for deportation, right? With the whole putting kids in detention centers, separating them from their families. I didn't think that was okay. I think that was absolutely wrong, because you're putting those kids in a frightening and traumatic situation. It's already traumatic that, whether they were here for a day or 5 years, they've only known this place, but then separating them from their family, that's a lot for any child. And as a mother, even if I wasn't a mother at the time, I mean, that just breaks my heart thinking about that. And then the way those children were treated, like animals, was another thing, right? And there's just so many things. It's how we can better approach those things now. Yes, there's rules, and rules should be followed, right? I think there's also some things to that, because I think the way that immigration is being treated for certain groups versus others is very interesting. It's very interesting. I mean, we're putting out the whole, and don't quote me on that, where, I'm going to call it the golden ticket, right? You got to pay $400 or $500 or $1 million. $5 million. And you can get a citizenship, and that can be from anybody in the world. So, and that could be a terrorist. As long as he can pay, it's fine.
No, you still got to go through the same things. You still got to pay that fee. You still got to go through the same thing.
You go to the front of the line.
You go to the front of the line, but you still got to go through the same process.
But you get more favorable in the process because you pay to be in the country, versus someone who literally is maybe waited in their country and put in their stuff, right? Mm-hmm. And honestly, they're waiting years.
That whole $5 million thing is just him being him. Just everyone's.
But there's a lot of things, right? It's that. It's also about favoring others over others. Yeah, it's not even the rich.
We live in a capitalist society.
We do, but I think it goes beyond that, because I think it goes into minorities as well, right? And ones that we are putting over another. As far as what services we want to be able to provide in asylum. I think is another issue.
You know what I think?
What do you think?
I think we should mind our business and drink our water. The United States, just mind our business, drink our water that does not cause diarrhea.
Huh. Well,
and learn to plant our own food.
It depends on where you live.
You know what? I just thought about it. No, you're right. When we go to different places and drink or eat their food, we get messed up because we're used to our bacteria and our little parasitic life and whatever here. But I was talking to some friends that came here. They've been here for a year now, maybe 2. And they said when they first moved here, their stomachs were all whacked by our food.
I heard that too.
And when we're in Mexico, I was eating the food. I was like, it's not as sweet and it's not as salty. Like, it's different, but you can still taste the taste that it's supposed to be, but it's not as in your face and bold. But when I came back here and started eating like the same fruit, I was like, I feel like this is genetically modified to be like sweeter or be more intense with the flavor versus when we were in Mexico. And I'm like, they're doing something to our food here. They're like, this is not okay. Like, it was, I don't know how to explain it.
I know what you mean. I have a girlfriend of mine that moved from the States overseas. I think she moved to like Italy or France. I can't remember. And she was having so many like digestive issues. And, you know, she's been over there for a few years now, I think maybe 5-6 years. Anyways, she's like living her best life like health wise, because the food is a lot more, it's not as processed, right?
Yeah.
It doesn't have all these extra additives. It's a lot more fresh and it's just a lot more healthy. She has a healthier lifestyle. Even if she was going through a nutritionist, all that stuff like changed her whole lifestyle here. Even did like veganism to like start it and was just having all this stuff. And since moving there, none of those issues.
I don't remember who I was talking to. I don't know if it was a person who's now an enemy or if it was a person that's
enemy of
a
the
friend.
state.
Oh, enemy of me, bitch. Now, I don't remember who I was talking to, but they were saying something about our bread. I was like, oh, no. This wasn't an enemy. This was, I'm going to tell you about it last week. I don't know if I've told you about that. This was Emily. She's a wonderful woman. But you okay? Okay. We were talking about the bread here. She's French. So she's from France. And we were talking about, she said something about the bread. I was like, yeah, it's not supposed to sit on the shelf that long. Like, it gets moldy after. I was like, what did I say? I said it takes a while and then it gets mold. She's like, it is not even the mold. She goes, your bread doesn't get hard like it's supposed to. It's soft and it can sit on the shelf for weeks and still be soft. She's like, in France, the bread is made fresh every day. And once you sell out, that's it. You come back the next morning. She was like, if you leave bread out, it gets hard. And stale. Here, it stays soft. And then the mold comes. And then it gets, if you leave it out the packaging, baby. She's like, that's just weird to me. And then I thought about it. I was like, because I've never been to France, so I wouldn't know. But why? Like, how do the loaves sit on the shelves that long? Is it the preservative that does that? Like,
so I can't speak to it, but let me just tell you about some white bread. Now, white bread you can have for forever. I'm talking about like some Wonder Bread.
No, that's just not good.
I'm saying that because that's the type of bread. You know, living in Texas, best barbecue in the States. You know, they always give you slices of white bread. First of all, don't be trying to give me 2 pieces of white bread and I got a whole 1.5 pounds of brisket. I'm gonna need more bread for my brisket. What am I gonna do with 2? That's 2 sandwiches I can make out of that. Okay, sir, I need a half a loaf.
This is what you need. Not a half a loaf.
Yeah, because first of all, they just have them like in boxes, or not in boxes, but they just have them in loaves already that they can give to you. Yeah, they be trying to give me like 2 pieces of bread.
Speaking of half a loaf, when we go to the farmer's market and we go to, I think it's called Bread-ish or something, like, because we're gluten-free, they give us, when we buy our bread, it's a half a loaf. That's it. You don't get a full loaf. You just get a half a loaf, and that's what, but I'm paying full loaf price. So Bread-ish, if you are listening, I'd like a full loaf of bread, please. Thank you.
Please and thank you.
Please and thank you. And then we went to Terry Black's, and I think it was Lockhart.
Yeah.
We went for the first time on our way back from Port Aransas, and we stopped there. And I like that they gave you rice with your barbecue. Oh, that's new for us. We never had rice with barbecue.
I haven't had that.
I prefer that because I can't have the bread.
I love some good potato salad.
I only eat my auntie's potato salad. I think
mustard
I
or mayo based, or is it both? What color is the potato salad?
Orange.
Orange.
I mean yellow.
Yellow.
Okay. Yellow. Mm-hmm. Yeah. I recently did eat my McMom's potato salad and it was good. But I remember when they first offered it, I was new in the game, new to the McCusker family, and they was like, "Oh, we have some potato salad," and of course I'm like, "No, thank you," because I only eat my auntie's potato salad. Oh, elastique. Have you ever? You do lymph massages and all that, and the lymph and getting rid of the fluid and
Yeah, I haven't done
mobility.
it in a long time, but yes, I love it. I need to.
I discovered through my lymph masseuse, she told me about this brand called Elastique, and they have like little beads in there. It's all workout gear, but some of the things you can wear, like every day, I've worn them before, little beads in their leggings, their shorts, and their shirts and their bras that constantly hit those lymph areas or their lymph nodules, so you're constantly draining just every day, like walking through. So it's like a lot of people think, like I have like these rolls back here. Part of it's like I need a better bra, but a lot of it's fluid. So when I wear those, it's like constantly draining that fluid. So a lot of people think it's, oh, this is fat, it's stubborn fat. It's not, it's fluid, and you have to get that shit drained out of you. But if you wear these things like the elastic garments,
and then it's
draining you. It's movement. It's constant throughout the day, especially when if you fly a lot, you wear the compression.
I do wear compression socks.
Yep. And they have I don't think they have the socks yet, but the leggings, the shorts you wear under your clothes. Like Matt even got a pair, and he like, when he says, he was like, they're draining the fluid everywhere. He says, but it's bulging here. I love it.
That's that BlueChew.
I don't want him to ever, he's doing enough. Don't you touch a BlueChew, sir. is there one that,
you want a
is
pink
counteractive that slows it down?
I think that's the red pill, right?
I need the red pill. I need him to take the red pill for just 1 month.
The red pill.
But yeah, you should look into it. Elastic, it's really good.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to look into it because I definitely do. I mean, I look like an old woman.
But you don't look like an old woman
when I'm traveling, because I'll put on the compression socks. I bring a jacket with me because I get cold.
Why is it so cold on these planes?
I don't know. It's probably good. Oh, germs, probably. I don't like when it's warm on a plane.
No one likes when it's warm. I just want it to be comfortable.
Yeah, I don't like when it's warm. It's usually warmer on those, especially when I flying like those connecting, like regionals, and it's the smaller planes, the two, one here side.
One here, you mean 2 and 1?
No, just 1 and 1. Right? Or is it 2 and 1?
It's 2 and 1, baby. Unless you're flying on a different plane that I don't know about.
Now, I think maybe you're right. It's 2 and 1 now.
You ain't shit. They all know you're a bougie bitch. It's okay.
Yeah, I think it's 2 and 1.
Talk about your $50,000 wedding dress.
It was not $50,000. And I actually thought I hope I still have it.
I hope you do too.
Yeah, because I got really scared when I picked it up from the person who
seamstress.
No,
tailor.
There was to preserve it after I got it preserved.
Oh, you did all that? Mine is still in a garment bag hanging in that closet.
Yeah, I did it to preserve it, and it was in a box or whatever they put it in, but you can't see it. And the person was like, "Oh, I just loved your dress. I loved all the beading." I was like, "I ain't got no beading in my dress." So I hope I have the right dress.
AI and Apple is paying a $95 million settlement, a class action lawsuit. Siri was recording users' private conversations.
That sounds about right. Didn't Alexa do that too? That's why I don't fuck with Alexa. And Siri remains off on my phone, but she still probably record me. Siri, wake up!
Siri's on my phone. Shut up. You just turned her on. Don't nobody want you. Oh my goodness. Speaking of, the girls are so used to us going like in the house, a little home pod. I walk downstairs, Siri!
Oh, I love it.
Play Hot Little Bunnies by Miss Rachel now!
Hot little bunnies, hop, hop, hop. That one. Oh, that's so cute.
Why are you yelling at her? And Meg goes, oh, that's how I talk to her. I'm like, all right.
That's so cute.
No, it's not. It's horrifying.
Is Miss Rachel, does she even have kids?
Yeah, that's how she started. Miss Rachel has a son. I think he had a development delay or speech something, and there weren't videos or shows out there to help children like that. And she went to school, got their background and developed and all that, and learned and educated or whatever. Why does my watch keep buzzing? And then started these shows. Okay. Because there was nothing out there for her son, I think. Yeah. If I remember correctly. And then her husband, I think he's like not a Broadway producer or
he's in music. Didn't they have like a music? Okay.
He's in Broadway, yeah. And so, we got to do research on the things our children watch.
Yeah, so we never really watched her. I think she may have watched maybe like one of her ever.
Yeah.
So I think someone had brought it up to me and I was just like, I don't know who Miss Rachel is. And we looked it up and I was like, you want to watch this? And I put one on. She's like, I'm good.
It's for younger kids.
Well, no,
more
this
like
is when she was younger. She wasn't
interested.
Yeah.
My kids are allowed to watch Miss Rachel, Rumble Leaf, Tumble Leaf, Bluey. They are not allowed to watch Coco Melon ever.
No, we don't do Coco Melon.
They like Gabby's Dollhouse.
She liked Gabby for like a couple weeks and got over her really quickly. I even tried to I was like, look, she's in summer. Look, she got on a swimsuit. She going to the beach.
Let's watch.
I'm okay.
No?
Yeah, she won't watch it. So, yeah, no to that.
I've been looking at this damn rainbow on your head the whole time. I've been telling myself I wasn't going to say anything, but I can't help it. What the hell?
What do you
is
think
on
it
your
is?
head?
It's June. It's Pride Month.
It's Brittany month. June is my month. We don't
Pride
do this.
Month. And yes, I'm an ally, and so
Y'all
I'm
be
supporting.
blessed.
Thanks so much for tuning in to Genuine B.S. with Brittany and Shana, and happy Pride Month this month during Brittany's month.